Well, it's hard to believe we've already finished another work week, and we are on the eve here on this Friday of our big family extravaganza looking at the Christian worldview. And I do want to encourage you, please pray this weekend that God will keep drawing people in, even with all of the fear out there and all the things that are being said. We believe God has called us to do this, and we believe God's going to work, and we're excited about those that are coming. And we still have an opportunity to see many come. And I want to encourage you to really pray that God will do a great work. Well, what I want to talk to you about today is a very important principle that we as believers have to come back to all the time. And it will be a great help if we can come to that point. We don't realize how dissatisfied we often live. We don't think we are necessarily, but we look forward to the next day, or we're under pressure about this thing, and we're wanting something to go away that's happening, and there's just all kinds of things where we live in a sense of dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Well, as believers, the fruit of the Spirit is love and joy and peace. There ought to be a great sense of purpose and contentment in the life of a believer. Let me ask you here today, are you living with that kind of rest in your heart, that contentment? I love 1 Timothy chapter 6 as it talks about the need for contentment. Verse 6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Now you notice, contentment comes out of godliness. In other words, God is first. God is in control. God is our life. And so godliness and contentment then go together. I've often said it, but when you have Jesus, you have all you need. When you meet with Him, He will meet the deepest needs of our heart. We can be going through a very great trial, but there can be peace and joy in the midst of that if we are right with Him and we're walking with Him and our lives are in the pathway of God's will. There can be a sweet contentment. Lord, thy will be done. This is okay. I'm willing for you to do this. See, life's quality is not based on all positive circumstances. Life's quality is based on the one who is quality, and that's God. And when we are in full union with Him, life then has the purpose that we ought to have. But we often look, as this passage talks about, the things that are in this world. We brought nothing in. We're not going to carry anything out. If we just have food and raiment, we just need to be content. It talks about the warning of those that will be rich and have a desire for more, just drowned in destruction and perdition. The love of money is such a problem, and on and on. But we need to instead follow godliness, righteousness, and faith, love, patience, and meekness. All of this is in this passage. And it is so true. Every day you can be content. Well, Lord, you've allowed this. This is not fun today, but I'm content. What a privilege to be alive. What a privilege to be saved. What a joy to serve you. Thank you for your peace. Thank you for the reality of your presence. I have you. I have all that I need. Life is hard. Life is filled with trials. And yet, in the midst of it, we have God. In the midst of the great storm, the disciples were all afraid, and there was Jesus in the boat. They shouldn't have worried. And we have Jesus in our lives. Godliness with contentment is great gain. That's more important than whatever else you get. You'll find nothing in this earth that will bring you greater joy than being in the will of God and walking with God. And so if there's something else you think is more important, then that's going to hold you back from being content. But if you're willing to say, Lord, you're enough, and I know you'll take care of me, you'll give me my food and raiment, you'll meet my every need, but I don't have to have all those things. I just need you. And it's amazing. You can have a quality life. Every day ought to have a touch of heaven upon it because you have that godly relationship with the Lord. Oh, would that be what is great gain? And would we just rest in the Lord? Right from the moment we finish with this today, just rest in Him and be content with all that the Lord has done for you.